Hello and welcome to the Trade Setup. In this video we are looking at BBAI. This was a video request. Unfortunately, this is actually a quite complex chart and it is difficult to give a reliable support zone for that would be a very high probability one. But yeah, overall the look on the large time frame could be that we had a wave 1 up here from the December 2022 low, and then a wave 2 correction, and then we had another 1 2, and now we would be looking for a third wave to the upside. It is possible for me to actually count these waves as a diagonal pattern, this move to the upside overall, especially since in this move up I can kind of count it as a three-wave move pretty easily. This could be more easily seen as an impulse, but to be honest, it could also be a three-wave move. So the reliability is not really there, and that's not even really the real problem in the long time frame. It is more that we had a very impulsive looking move to the downside, and then we had what could be an A, B, C correction. Now we would be going to new all-time lows. Fortunately for the bullish case, we did break above the 78.6% resistance here, and quite strongly so, although we failed quite drastically afterwards in a move to the downside that could also be considered an impulse. And yeah, afterwards, when we did manage to break it again, we fell below, then we broke it again, but we only made a lower high, and now we are back below it. I personally don't think necessarily this is the case, and yeah, even for the idea that we may have a smaller 1-2 setup here in reverse, where we would go directly lower in a third wave to the downside to new lows, even then we actually broke again above the 78.6% resistance. So make of this what you will. This chart is not reliable, and it hasn't proven itself. It is actually at very high risk, and yeah, overall we still have the support zone, the overall support zone for a larger 1-2 here that may have even occurred, and we can track already the next move to the upside. We broke the most relevant resistance levels, and I can see that we may be, although a diagonal, in an impulse to the upside, and this would be a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then in a third wave I could count this as an A, B, C, where I am still looking for the completion of the wave C to complete the fifth wave, actually to complete the fifth wave of the wave C, and then have the third wave complete. Then we can actually track a larger fourth wave support zone, but at the moment we are actually still in an area that would allow us to retest this support zone and allow for a decent entry. Now, to be honest, this move could be counted as a three-wave move, and then I perhaps should add even the 61.8% retracement level that would still let the fourth wave be valid. And yeah, in that case, it's also possible that we had a wave A up here and then a B wave down, and now we would be looking for the C wave to complete the fifth wave to the upside. And yeah, unfortunately, it's quite unclear what is happening. If this isn't a diagonal pattern in the C wave, we would pretty confidently be able to say that, okay, this is a B wave top, and now we are going lower in C wave in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And an ideal target for that level would be, yeah, around $6. And if we were to actually complete the fourth wave here and go directly higher, I would be looking for an ideal target of yeah, around $10, maybe. No, it's around $10. That would be the ideal target for a fifth wave. So the potential for new highs is quite high, at least percentage wise. We may be looking for 30%, something like that. And while that is the case, there's also quite high risk that we break down. And another level of risk is the fact that this isn't a 5-wave move. We only have a 3-wave move so far. We could count this as an A, B, C this way, and then we could be looking for a new low. Maybe we find support at the 78.6% retracement, but below that level I would actually change my perspective on this chart and instead maybe either look for a larger ABC or for more direct downside to new all-time lows. Overall, these are the levels. This is the trade setup, not the best one, not the most ideal to follow, but we do have on the channel many other setups that are actually good and actually have very good chances of turning out in very good profit, and I encourage you to check them out. This was a request, and I wanted to help a viewer that requested it understand the perspective of this chart, at least what I see in my vision for these moves, this structure. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And yeah, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.